Hello and welcome to a new Hangout in Air. Today is going to be our first Hangout in Air for 2016, and we will be discussing YouTube, our video campaigns. My name is Sibel, and I will be discussing today with you what is YouTube videos, how can you make use of them in terms of advertising, so how to set up a video campaign, why is it important to be or to have a video campaign, and the methods of measuring the success of your YouTube campaigns. So, the first question we need to answer here for today is, why not just stick with search? For the past couple of years, more and more people are advertising using the search network, using AdWords, and they're competing on the same keywords. The more there's competition, the higher are the costs, the higher CPC, the cost per clicks are increasing. So you cannot stick to search since it's getting more expensive for you, and since you no longer have a competitive advantage as you used to have in the past. For instance, if you see here in front of you, you have credit cards in Dubai, data first credit card in Dubai. All those keywords are just on the rise. The competition is super high, the average monthly searches are still high, and the CPC, as you could see on the right, it is just on the increase. So you need a competitive advantage. You need to be more original. Your advertising should strike better. Where should you go to? We always, at this stage, we recommend video advertising, YouTube advertising. Why YouTube? First of all, we have over 800 million unique visitors per month. That's a huge number of visitors. 72 hours of video are uploaded every single minute. So imagine you have the opportunity, how big the opportunity is for you to put your video ads on those videos that are published every minute. So 72 videos every minute. So per day we're talking about thousands of videos. You have a large platform to upload your video ads on. So it's even, there's more opportunity there. Over 4 billion hours of video watched each month. So our studies, the statistics, we noticed that per month you have more than 4 billion hours of video of just set to watching videos on YouTube. So when we're discussing such large time allocation for watching videos, you need to be there. That would be the ideal place to catch your customers and any new potential customers. Since they are there, you just need to be available where they are available. And that is YouTube. In 2011 alone, and that has just increased even more to 2016, we reached 1 trillion views, so 140 views per person. That is just a huge number that you must make use of. And being on YouTube and having video campaigns would allow you to leverage this opportunity. The first concern when we say video advertising: set a campaign on video, you create a small video, put it on YouTube, set a campaign, advertise, bam, you're good. We always have this concern, but isn't video creation, or is it to produce a video expensive? Well, not necessarily. First of all, we currently can easily shoot videos using our mobile phones due to the high quality footage that mobile phones are provides us now. So we do have HD features there. We can invest in certain tools, and investing in tools such as tools so that will allow us to keep the image steady is not as expensive as it used to be. You can find very good tools for cheaper prices. As well, we have free video editing softwares. The number of editing softwares available is just huge, and it's very easy to obtain them, which, if you put them all together, will allow you to create your own video, to produce your own video, and it will not cost you such a such a large amount of money. Some more tips for low budget video production. First of all, I discussed the tools. You have to have a steady video. Most people do not realize how fast the camera moves. So even small camera movements can cause big shakes, and big shakes will portray an image of unprofessionalism, or it will show that the video itself is very poorly done. So just go ahead, invest in a tripod or a unipod. It's not very expensive. It will just provide you with enough stability to prevent this image of unprofessionalism. So that's the first tip. Steadiness. Make sure the video is not shaky. The lighting. It's very important that you eliminate your subjects from the front. Just enough light to highlight their faces. So it's more attractive for the viewer to see a highlighted face in a video, and it's more attractive, and it will grab better attention. And that is what you need to make sure that your video is doing, that it's grabbing the correct type of attention. You can easily use a lampshade or a lamp and just direct the person that you're shooting into the shade. And if you were filming outside, just try to avoid direct sunlight by placing your subject in some shade but facing the direction of the sunlight. So those are very small tips. Either if you're indoors, use a lamp, and if you were outdoors, make sure that you're facing the direction of the sunlight, but you're not placed in the sunlight, so the image won't be very bright. Your video has to answer the question, why buy your product? So if your video does not answer why is your product the go-to product, or the because of your video ad, what are you advertising, that is a big problem. So it's very important that within your video you make sure that the answer is there, that what you do is very clear and very compelling. Then you need to take care, or when you're shooting a low-budget video, make sure you selected the right people to advertise in that video, to appear in that video. So generally, articulate, attractive people will help sell your product. So make sure when you're casting the people that are going to be part of your video that they are compelling, that they're attractive, and they're not boring. It's very important not to select or not to have a boring script, or just have a person sit there and talk and be very monotone, for example. That will ruin the chances that your video would be attractive and people would just skip it or not watch it at all. Of course, mics. Sound is very critical. Bad sounds implies bad content. It's exactly the same as shaky videos, so it shows unprofessionalism. Do not rely on the camera microphone. As I mentioned earlier, sometimes investing in some tools would be the appropriate action. So do invest in an external microphone. Prices vary. You can find cheaper alternatives, just like the tripod, and so it would help you a lot to have a clear sound and avoid any background sounds, because with the microphones that are attached to cameras, the quality is super low and it will give a bad image about your video, and that is not what we want. And finally, edit. As we mentioned earlier, we do have free editing softwares, and they're available in very large numbers, and you can easily obtain them. However, you need to make sure that you select the best takes, add the appropriate music, create very simple titles, and avoid the fade in, fade out video transitions, for example. Make sure your video is very simply edited and the correct scenes are the ones that are included to make sure that the whole overview of the video is very professional and very well created. We usually recommend that all videos be under 92 seconds because even when, especially with advertising, we do recommend that it goes from 30 to a maximum of 60 seconds. More than that, the video ought to get boring, or people would just not, sit there and watch it till the end. And that is something you do not want, especially if you're using your videos for advertising. So now we discussed how to create the video, how to create that video. How can you use that video to actually advertise your product or your service? The first thing you need to do is to go on youtube.com, create a channel, upload your first video, and it's very easy, it's for free. You just upload your first video and automatically you will have your first channel. Now, by starting a free channel, you would be able to post videos for free, so you can post a large number of videos there. Of course, drive more traffic to your site, because when people visit your videos and then visit your channel, they might be more intrigued to know more about you, so they visit your website. That is attracting more people and driving more traffic to your site. Build a loyal following of subscribers. Especially in 2015 and 2014, we've witnessed a very large number of loyal, or this new trend of where subscribers become super loyal. So they become like fans to certain people using YouTube, whether they're bloggers, they're fashionistas. So all those people that used YouTube, uploaded their videos, got a huge fan just from having a channel and just from having loyal subscribers. And that is a trend that we've been witnessing for the past 2 years now. And it's very interesting that you can brand your channel. So you have the ability or the opportunity to communicate your brand within the channel and within the videos that you choose to upload on that channel. So customizing the look and feel of your presence on that channel is very possible, and we do recommend it a lot as soon as you create your first channel. And having this branded platform allows you to create a very good relationship with your customers. And as a marketer, you do need to have that. You need to have a very good relationship with your customers. So as you can see on the slide, you can select what image you want to have as a banner. You can see what is the most important or the main content video. It could be a very short video that discusses what your product is, so it gives answers about your product, so it's even more attractive and compelling. You can put you can have a place where you put all your videos. You can promote. You have a promo tab, so you have the opportunity to customize this channel and make it attractive and allow it to communicate your brand image. And as I mentioned earlier, as a marketer, that is a very, very important point you need to do. Make sure you are communicating the correct image to your customers. So, after you've created after you've uploaded your video, created your channel, it's very interesting to advertise using a video campaign or TrueView. Why would we recommend you advertise using TrueView? Other than the idea that people are now all over YouTube, or they're just watching videos and it's increasing, and other than the fact that costs on search has increased a lot, and you need a competitive advantage, TrueView. With TrueView, the customer chooses whether to watch your video or not. And they can choose, and they can watch at least 30 seconds. So you only pay if the user chooses to watch more than 30 seconds of your video, and if they chose to skip before 30 seconds, you don't pay for the view. And that way you make sure that the user actually proceeded in watching your video after 30 seconds because they are interested to know more about you, which is even more effective marketing for you. With TrueView, we have 4 main formats. We have in stream, in slate, in search, and in display. In stream, they play as pre or mid or post roll on YouTube partner videos of all lengths. So if, let's say, I was watching a music video on YouTube, and before that YouTube video, I could see your ad, and if I was interested, I would keep on watching it, and if I was not interested, I'd actually skip it after 30 seconds. Or even before, I will just click on the skip ad. Or similarly, I can get your ad, or your ad can appear to me midway while I'm watching the video ad or the music ad, sorry, the music video, or post after directly after the music video ends. Your ad will appear to me, your video ad will appear to me, and if I'm interested, I watch it to the fullest. If I'm not, I'll just click on skip. In slates is similar to in stream, but ads would play before YouTube partner videos that are at least 10 minutes long. So for much longer videos, the in stream is for videos that are about 3-4 minutes, for example, like a music video. And then in slate, it's for very much longer videos. It could be a short documentary where your ad will appear there. In search, it's when ads appear on the YouTube search page as the Google video search results based upon keywords you assign. So using AdWords and when you set up a campaign, and that we are going to go into more details about, you have the option to select certain keywords you would like your ad to appear to when those people are searching for those keywords on YouTube search. So for example, if I go in and I search for the word shoes, for example, just to check out a video about shoes, and you know that people, and you're interested in targeting those keywords, your video will appear as a search result in the YouTube search result page. Before, and if I click you pay, it's exactly like the search engine results on google.com, but now it's for videos and it's on youtube.com. And the final type of, or final format, is in display. In display, ads appear next to videos on the YouTube watch page. So when I'm watching a video, if I look to the right, I can see a small banner. That would be an in-display YouTube advertising. What's interesting also, that using video ads, you can actually have so the difference here between a display video ad and a TrueView video ad is that in the display video ad, you're targeting your videos to appear on different websites. However, in the TrueView display ad, so when you create a video campaign and you select in display, your ad or your video ad is appearing on YouTube, but not within the video, so it's not streaming, it's just appearing as a banner, and if the client or the user is interested, they just click on that banner and they watch the video. So that's the main difference between display campaign videos and TrueView and display videos. So why YouTube TrueView is worth trying out? First of all, 8 out of 10 viewers prefer TrueView to standard and stream ads, especially that they have the option to skip it. 9 out of 10 viewers think TrueView creates a better video viewing environment, and 8 out of 10 thought the skip button was very clear. Only about 10% of the population will always skip ads. So there is a large likelihood that 90% of the population will not skip your ads, if only 10% are always skipping ads, and that is a very, very small percentage there. Piquing interest in the first 5 seconds is key to driving viewership. Curiosity is the top reason consumers choose to view an ad. So with the option that TrueView provides you, or provides clients, and the option of skipping the ad after 30 seconds, even before 30 seconds, allows you to leverage the opportunity, or allows you to leverage the opportunity of adding curiosity to the viewer of your video. So you now have the opportunity to focus on the first 5 seconds of your video to make sure it's very attractive. It increases the viewer's curiosity in order for them to proceed. And if they were not curious, they will just skip it. So it's better. It gives you a better opportunity there. And of course, consumers are more likely to opt out of non-relevant categories and skip ads they have seen repeatedly, providing efficiency to advertisers. So because they're going to skip an ad that they've already viewed it, you will not pay for that. So you'll have more budget to appear on other places, and then in that way then you would be provided with more efficiency because you are appearing to more videos, to more viewers, and more people are knowing who you are. So now that you've gotten on TrueView, you are interested in TrueView after seeing the benefits of being on TrueView, how or what type of videos should you select and should you make or produce in order to best work in TrueView? We've done a small study, like a couple of studies were done, and we noticed that after comparing the type of video with the amount of people that skipped it versus the amount of people that did not skip it, we noticed that attention-grabbing openers, as I mentioned earlier, the first 5 seconds, and humor are the most effective and encouraging ad viewing methods. So if you made sure to add some humor or have a very attractive start of your video, a very compelling 5 seconds of your video ad, you would increase your chances very well to get users to view your whole video, and hence you would be performing, or your ad would be performing much better. See, as you can see here, after comparing. Now, the benefits. The benefits, as you can see, there's so many benefits here. Mainly, one of them is that it's a cross-platform setup. It shows across all devices. It shows across YouTube and the Google Display Network, and that is when we're discussing in-display ads. Most important, efficient. Never pay for wasted impressions. So whether you skip after 30 seconds or you just, people have already watched your ad and they will just skip it automatically because they do not want to watch it, you will be transferring your budget to customers that are more likely never watched your video ad before and they're interested to watch your video ad. So efficiency, and that is a very, very important thing about TrueView. Of course, valuable views. Viewers choose to view your ad, so engagement is high. Even a skipped ad would impact brand recall. So in terms of brand awareness, whether the user watches the full video or just skips it, you are increasing brand awareness. So that is a very, very important factor that you as a marketer need to take into consideration. Of course, brand exposure. As I said, as we discussed in the earlier point, you still have 5 seconds to make an impression. So creating producing a well-made video, very simple, not shaky, good lighting, all the tips that we discussed earlier. Applying it on, putting it on a channel that you've customized to show your brand, and then having it as a campaign or having it as TrueView, you would make sure that you are reaching the correct people, you are getting the correct brand exposure, and you're being very efficient, which are all very important points that a marketer looks into. And of course, social. You choose to share, you share the ads. The users can share your ads for free. So let's say I saw your YouTube video, I was very interested in it, I share it, you're getting more audiences because I shared it to people that are as interested as I am with your video or with your product, and that will get you more free views, which is ideal. Now, to explain or to make setting up a video campaign a bit more simpler, we give an example of an individual that is interested in advertising. On YouTube. That individual wants to convince his manager that advertising on YouTube using TrueView is the ideal way to advertise at this stage for their company. However, the manager is more traditional. He believes having ads on the TV or on newspapers is ideal, or just on standard online advertising platforms such as the search network. So the way we would recommend that an individual persuade someone into TrueView is, first of all, of course, communicate the benefits, all the benefits that we have discussed earlier. And then maybe try setting a video ad for a certain time period and go back with the results of that video ad to your manager and show him, look what I have done here, look at the results. And it's very easy because with TrueView, other than the benefits of getting your ad, targeting your ad to the right people, letting it appear, only appearing to people that are very interested in the video, you have the ability to measure the success, and that's when when we discuss measuring the success, we're discussing YouTube analytics, we're discussing YouTube reports, which are all great resources to take back to your manager and to use to convince the manager that advertising using video is the ideal method for the company. Now, let's assume that individual wants to go through the whole convincing process that I just discussed. First thing he needs to do, create a video. Create the video, as we mentioned, using the tips that we mentioned earlier. Make sure it's short, it's less than 90 seconds, between 30 to 60 seconds. Go on youtube.com, upload the video, and create your channel, make it more customized, and then go on to AdWords. Create an AdWords campaign, and we will go into more details about how to create a video AdWords campaign. And then the third point, look at the results. Use AdWords reports and use YouTube analytics, gather information, and go back to your manager showing them the success of that video campaign. First thing you need to do, you go onto AdWords, you create a campaign. So you go for plus campaign. That campaign is going to be a video campaign. So under the type, you have video campaign, as you can see here. Or if you already have other campaigns, it's the same way. Just go to plus campaign and select video campaigns. Then configure your campaign, which in other words, it's exactly what you do for search campaigns and display campaigns. Select how much you're willing to pay per day. So you select your daily budget. Select which countries you want to target. It could be countries, it could be regions, it could be a very specific radius. So the more targeted, the better. Select the language. So as you can see here, it's targeting a very specific area in the UAE. Of course, select the language. Select when would you like the campaign to start, when to end, especially if it's a test period. So go for like 2 weeks, for example, or even a bit more. Then frequency capping, which we really recommend. It's to cap the number of times your video will appear to one individual. So let's say you cap it by 2 views per person, which is very good. As well, device targeting. Now that since people are on mobile way more than on desktop, we always recommend that you target mobile. So after you have configured the settings of your campaign, you select the video. So you just put the URL of your video, and it will automatically grab it from YouTube, and you can just set it there. You can see here it's part of the YouTube. And then when you are selecting the video, you will have 2 options. Recently, video campaigns we have an updated form of video campaigns. Recently, you have the ability of creating 2 ad groups. One ad group that only targets in display, so you target certain keywords for your ad to appear on the YouTube result page. And in stream, so you have one ad group just in display and one ad group for in stream. And in each, you put the video you create the ad text or the banner that you would like to view. So if we're discussing in display you would select the headline, description line, and you would select how would the thumbnail look like, and the destination URL. So just the user would click on the video and would click on the way the ad will appear, go into your video, watch the video. If they're more interested, they go into your website. And for the in-stream, it's very similar, where you select as well what is the banner that you would like to accompany your video when it is streaming. And of course, you have the skip button there. So if the user was not interested, they will just skip. They will just skip that. Now, in terms of targeting, so we said that on the settings page you target languages and you target the location. Where exactly do you want your video ad to appear? What's even more interesting in the targeting methods available for video is that first of all you create one ad group for in display, for example, and another ad group for in stream, and then every ad group, you select a targeting method for it. For instance, you can target by interests. It's exactly the same as a display network. So you can target by interests. You would like, for example, to show your video ad to people that are interested in electronics. So you target people interested in electronics, and your ad will appear to those people when they're watching videos on YouTube. It's just because they are watching them and our system knows that they're interested in electronics, your ad will appear to them. Another targeting method could be topics. For instance, let's say you know that users that look at videos about fashion are more likely to be interested in your product. So you make sure that you target all the videos that communicate fashion, and that is using topic targeting. So you have one ad group that is for topic targeting. You have as well keyword targeting, which we discussed earlier. You'd like your ad to appear when users type in keywords such as fashion or such as music or such as food. Those keywords to you are very important, and you want your ad to appear when they're typed in. So as well, you can target by keyword, and you can go a bit more advanced, where within the same ad group you can target keywords and interests in a way that you'd say, I would like to bid more for people that are interested in fashion and they're typing in keywords such as shoes. I'm willing to pay more for the view, for the more cost per view, and in that way the system would know that you're more interested in that category of people, so you will appear to them. Also, you can make it even more narrow and target and bid both targeting methods in a way that you say, I only want to target people that are into fashion and are typing in the word shoes. So keyword and topic targeting, or keyword and interest targeting together, and so the ad will only appear to that type or that portfolio of The bidding method you set for videos is cost per view. How much are you willing to pay every time a user views more than 30 seconds of your video if it was in stream? And for the in-display, you pay for cost per click. So it's the same pricing. So how much are you willing to pay for when the user clicks on your ad to view your ad? So the CPV for both. So you need to set the CPV for both in display and in stream. So as we discussed here, you select your targeting. You can also target by demographics, of course, age, topics, interests, placements as well. If there's certain videos you'd really like your ad to appear before them, and there are YouTube partner videos, you can select that you'd like to target them. You can use a display planner to give you some ideas of what are the ideal placements or ideal video placements for you. See keywords as we discussed. Now, the most interesting and the easiest method of targeting when you're doing a video campaign is remarketing. Remarketing, or targeting people that already viewed your video or entered your channel. It's very simple in AdWords. All you have to do is, first of all, to ensure that you've linked your YouTube and your AdWords account, and then it will automatically begin collecting lists of users that have seen your video, and you can retarget them, and you can retarget them with very specific and appropriate messaging. So let's say you would like to target people that viewed one of your videos, and you want to retarget them to get them to view another one of your videos. It could be two different products, for example, one for your mobile phones if you sell mobile phones, and another if you sell TVs, since you're an electronic shop, for instance. So as well, you can easily set it, and you have so many options for lists that are automatically set in the system. For example, visited channel page, viewed any video from your channel, liked any video. It's as detailed as liking any video on your channel, commented on a video, subscribed to a channel. So all those are examples of lists that you can make use of, and you can target them with better ads. You just create the list and you set it. So now, back to the individual that we're discussing, the businessman that wants to communicate or wants to persuade his manager about video campaigns. At this stage, this user, or at this stage, this individual should have created the video, uploaded it on YouTube, created his own channel, targeted the video to the right area, location, targeted the correct interests, topics, keywords, demographics, the people that are the portfolio of the company's clients, and he should, as well at this stage, got it to run. So selected the correct CPV, of course, and got the campaign to run for a few weeks. Now, after we get it to run, so how can this individual convince his manager? It's running, it's performing. Now he needs to take all the information of the performance of the campaign, the measurements, take them to his manager, sit with him, and show him all the numbers. First place that you can get information, it's AdWords reports. With AdWords reports, you can see the impressions. You can see thumbnail impressions, so how many times people saw your video ad display, so the banner, how many times did it appear, as well how many times did your video appear. That is, it shows you as an information how much, and out of this number, how many people actually clicked on your video ad or clicked on the thumbnail to go and watch your video ad, and how many of them actually did not click skip ad and viewed the full video. So it became video views. It will be communicated as video views. All that you can get from the AdWords report that you can easily download and actually download and directly send to the manager. As well, website clicks. So how many people from the people that watched your video or saw your video actually clicked on your ad to go to your website? So it will give you information about that. As well, it will provide you with a measure of the percentage of your video that users watch. So let's say you notice that people were watching only 25% of your video, the first 10 seconds, and then they were skipping. That will allow you to have a better understanding of why did the user skip the ad. Why maybe it wasn't as attractive, maybe it wasn't as humorous, maybe it wasn't as clear, maybe the quality was not that good. So there's so many reasons that the user would just skip an ad or just watch a very small part of it. And looking into those information, you can see that you can have better insights. So for instance, if the individual that looked at those reports and saw that the ad appeared a lot, the traffic to the website increased, that's a very compelling or a very good point to take to the manager and show him that, look, more people visited our website because they watched our video, and from watching our video they entered our website. And if you notice that that only 25% of people were watching your video, it means that maybe your product is not interesting enough to be advertised under a video format. So in that way, you would know that maybe you were wrong about video advertising. So it gives a lot of insight. Now, what's very interesting also that you can segment by format, you can segment by network. Was it on YouTube search? So as a result of, so it's on the homepage of YouTube as a result of typing in certain keywords. Is it a YouTube video? Was it an in-stream, or was it on the Google Display Network? Did it appear on other websites? As well, you can segment by targeting group. So let's say we targeted interest, so you want to see how many views did you get from people interested in fashion versus how many views did you get from people interested in electronics, for example, to see what's a better targeting audience for you. And you have, of course, other segmentations. You can segment by date, by week, by month, by quarter, so as well by devices. And we always recommend segmenting by devices because it gives you a lot of insights in terms of how are people reaching you. Are they watching you when they're on their mobile phones, or are they watching your video when they're on desktop? What's more interesting, or what's more ideal for the customer himself? And based on that, you can set bid strategies and bid adjustments to focus on certain people. Now, it also would give you a small overview of how your call to action, is working. So when you have a normal video, whether you're using that video as an ad on TrueView or whether it's just a normal video on YouTube, you have a banner. You can create what we call a call to action overlay, where it's a banner that says take an action today, or it's exactly like an ad that will get people to click. So when people click on it, they go to your website or directly to your channel. So making use of having this type of call to action is very important. It will support your ad, and it will definitely help you drive more traffic into your website. And reports would give you an overview of how those banners are working for you. Now, so we discussed AdWords. So AdWords reports, that is one method of getting information, measuring the performance. Another one, which would give you even more insight and a more insight on market level, not just on your individual video performance, is YouTube analytics. With AdWords, you're able to set up, manage, and optimize your video campaigns, as I mentioned. However, on YouTube Analytics, you can learn and improve the engagement metrics of specific YouTube videos and content, because it will give you a better overview of the market itself, a better overview of what is more engaging to clients or to users or to viewers, and where are people searching now, or what are the videos people are looking at now. For instance, with YouTube Analytics, you can see viewers, you can see that your video specific metrics. How many viewers do you have? Where are they from? What age are they? So the demographics. You can see exactly from where they're coming, their locations, their sources. How did they get to your ad? How did they get to your video? Was it from organic search? Was it from just putting in was it just from putting in URL? Was it shared among people on social media? So YouTube Analytics will give you that as an extra source of information that AdWords YouTube reports will not be able to provide. As well, retention and the percent of engagement. How many people did you get as a result of those videos? So it would give you a more detailed approach, or a better view of your video performance. As well, how many are on smartphones versus tablets. That is also information that you can get from the AdWords report. Now, in order to find it, all you have to do is log into your YouTube account and just select Analytics, and you will look at the overview. So first of all, it allows you to have a snapshot of the engagement trends. What are people engaging more in lately? And of course, top level performance, and it will show you the top level performance. For instance, as you can see here, it's a report that will just show you how many people are actually building their brand on YouTube. How is it being done? So it's very good, or very insightful information to have. As well, demographics, how many people what are the ages and what are the locations of people that are more likely on YouTube, so that way you know how to target them better. Of course, trends and segments. With trends and segments, you can track current and past viewer trends in the overview. You can view area, discover surprising new segments within the demographic area. You can see if the video went up after advertising, or was there an event that occurred. It will allow you also to switch between line views and map views to see if there's any surprising market you can target directly. So in general, trends and checking trends and checking segments are very good information to have in order to optimize your advertising. As well, as we mentioned earlier, you can identify traffic sources and optimize around them. As well, for example, if it was mobile or it was from social media. So analytics would give you all that information. As well, it will allow you to understand how your videos are performing. You can track audience retention throughout the video, how many viewers actually proceeded to click on your website, or how many viewers watched only 25% versus people that watched 100%. And you can optimize first on that. So if you notice that you're not retaining a lot of you're losing a lot of your viewers, it means that if you're losing a lot of viewers, it means that your video needs some editing, or you need to make it more compelling. As well, you can deepen engagement. So after you notice that, after you can evaluate how the video is, after you can understand where you should optimize your video, where you should target it, where it will be better better set, you can optimize the engagement itself. So first of all, with analytics, for instance, you can discover what are the videos that are driving subscription. What type of videos are that? You can compare playback locations, see how they're see which locations actually play back to your video because they're more interested versus other locations. It can as well, you have the social currency, which will give you an overview of the likes and dislikes for your videos, track your comments, and you can through them try to understand the words people use to describe your content. So by seeing how people shared your video, for example, and while seeing how they shared your video, you can understand how did they describe it, and all that. So those are all information that you can find in YouTube Analytics, and it will optimize it will allow you to optimize engagement. As well, YouTube Analytics would give you an overview of your competitors. Who are your competitors? What are the main things people are searching for? It will show you video statistics in general, key discovery events, as well audience location and demographic, and you can easily see your competitors that are utilizing video while using analytics, and that would provide you with better insights. Now, if you go back to the individual that wants to promote or wants to get the manager on board video advertising, first thing he did was set up the campaign, kept it running. He got all the information from YouTube, from the AdWords report, the YouTube AdWords report. He took all the information. He noticed that those numbers look really well, so he took them back to the manager, showed them to the manager, or he can notice that no, maybe he should make more edits because he might have targeted stuff incorrectly or performed incorrectly. So at that stage, he goes to analytics, looks at all the information, creates all the information, gets all the information, understands how the video performed versus how other videos are performing, goes back, makes the edits, makes sure that now the video is actually, the targeting method is actually optimized, and then goes back to the manager and shows him the success of the campaign. And when a manager sees the success of the campaign, he's most likely to go on to get on board. So the keys to success: an overview, familiarize yourself, take a look around at successful campaigns in relevant verticals. Analytics provides you with that information. Start a YouTube channel, of course. You need to, if you want to start a video advertising, you want to test it, you need to be on YouTube. Test a TrueView campaign. Start small, exactly like the individual we've been discussing so far. And of course, measure success. Use AdWords for video, use analytics, and go back with accurate measurements. So here you go. You go to the management. People understood it. So to recap everything we have discussed today, video is already mainstream. If you are not on video and you do have an interesting product or service and you do want to have a competitive advantage, you should be on video. You should be on TrueView. YouTube leads the pack. We've discussed the number of views. We've discussed we've discussed how many people are uploading videos per day. The opportunity there is very large, and you should make use of it. You can shoot professional quality videos. We are at a time right now where shooting videos is very easy. We discussed the tips. We do invest in small tools. It would be possible for you to create good, compelling videos. After you've created your video, you should be on YouTube. You can customize your YouTube channel. Your channel communicates your brand. Your channel communicates who you are. TrueView ads are easy to run. Test it. Go on AdWords. Try your first YouTube campaign or first video campaign. It's very similar to display network. It just involves targeting the right people. So make sure you know your market. Make sure you understand who are the customers or the viewers that are more likely to convert. If not, use YouTube analytics. Use the results you get from analytics and the reports. Use that information to have a better understanding of your market and to have a better understanding of how your video is performing in order to further optimize and leverage the opportunities that video campaigns give you as much as possible. Of course, add annotations and call to action overlays, the ones that we discussed earlier that people would click on to go into your website, driving more traffic into your website or to your channel. Encourage user input. What's so interesting about YouTube is that it is a social platform. People can comment, can share, can dislike and like your videos. Make sure you have those options available for your client. The more they can interact and engage with the video, the better, the more impact your brand is making. And of course, remarket based on actions. As I mentioned earlier, remarketing is a very interesting method of targeting. You can drive more people from just watching one video into watching other videos and increasing your business. So what's even more interesting is that you can remarket based on actions. As I mentioned, it's a social platform. When you see people engaging with your video, leverage that. Make use of that. Go and remarket to people that liked, shared, or even subscribed to your channel. So that was pretty much it for today. As we mentioned, if YouTube advertising, video advertising is the go-to method of advertising for the time being. Everyone is there. If you have any questions about setting up a YouTube campaign, how can you get the information about video campaigns? How can you need support in understanding your ideal targeting method? You can easily reach out to us either by posting your question on the Google Partners page using hashtag #AskArabia, or by giving us a call, or by chatting in, or even by emailing us. We're available on all those channels from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Dublin time. So you can reach out at any time during this interval. And if you were not available during this interval, you can actually email us, and we should get back to you within 24 hours. We can give you a call back, or we can actually write you an email with all the steps that are required for you. So please do not hesitate to reach out to us. If you have any questions, we're more than happy to support you, especially when it comes to creating new campaigns and advertising using video targeting. We will be having our Q&A in a few weeks' time. So do tune in, and I'm looking forward to receiving all your questions, and we will be answering them then. Have a great day, and thank you very much.